issue.
Hey guys, we are live with you in the WFMY News 2 newsroom, and we're talking about your fabulous Christmas tree and a problem that all of us have with the Christmas tree, right? It's the watering of the Christmas tree. It's the nagging to water the Christmas tree, right? Okay, so first I'm going to tell you about this, because this was like the best $5 I ever spent when my first live tree. So you pour the water in here, right? It goes down the tube, and it makes sure that it gets to the Christmas tree so that you don't have to crawl underneath the Christmas tree, which is great, right? But does it tell you that your Christmas tree needs to be watered? No, it doesn't. But this right here says that it will. It's called the Evergreen Elf, and 2 wants to know, just put this product to the 2 test. Bring it on in. This is Ted Sullivan.
Nice to see you.
He is the inventor of the Evergreen Elf. Now, you created a product that is going to tell me and warn me when I need to water my Christmas tree.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you do that?
Because my wife nagged me for 36 years about the tree water.
There's some good points there, right? Okay.
It's important for all of us to check the tree water. Trees dry out, creates a fire hazard, upwards of $17 million a year.
Okay, so year after year, she's telling you, nagging you, because those are his words, right? And I'm sure you've been there and done that at home, right? Because I've been there and done that at home. And you said, what, I'm just going to make something?
I got tired of the nagging.
Okay.
So I decided I was going to make something. I checked with my mother, who's 89 years old. She still sticks her finger in the tree water. I said, what do you think of me coming out with an idea like this? Mm-hmm. She said she thought it'd be a great idea, so here we are.
Okay, so this guy, the Evergreen Elf, right? So what happens is he lights up right here, and so he either lights up green because you've got plenty of water in the tree, or he lights up red, and he tells you that it's low water, and he also tells you when it's low water. In fact, hold this for me, please. Let me get our little Evergreen Elf off of the bottom of our tree. Here's our elf.
There he is.
Out of water. Out of water.
Did you hear that? Out of water, out of water. So how often will he do this?
He will flash constantly every 8 seconds red until you put water back in the tree stand. He will tell you once an hour verbally that he's out of water.
Gotcha. Okay. And so what happens is you just stick this little guy on the back of your Christmas tree stand, and then this is the probe. So you can make the water as high or as low as you want in the Christmas tree stand. This is going to tell you whether or not you got water or not, and then you can adjust that. This is 2 3A batteries, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it comes with the batteries here in the Evergreen Elf. I got to tell you, the Evergreen Elf went off at 3 a.m. because we decided we were going to test it in the newsroom. Went off at 3 a.m., scared our GMS crew to death. Out of water, out of water. But it works.
It works. Works 100%. Mm-hmm. Let me show you how to put it back in the tree stand if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
He's blinking red because he's out of water. So we'll go back into the tree stand. We'll adjust the probe down. He's going to flash green. He does a system check every 8 seconds to let you know what's going on, whether you have sufficient water, whether you're out of water, or you need to change the batteries. 8 seconds is eternity when you're trying to demo a product.
Right.
I just saw it come green, actually. Yeah. But I think another good part is it's got the yellow.
Okay, so the yellow is telling you when the battery is low. So again, it comes with the batteries, but probably after 1 season, you probably want to change the batteries.
Yes, ma'am. If you extend your holiday season into mid-January or early February, the batteries will start wearing down. The batteries will guarantee to get you 1 season.
Do you people extend your Christmas tree into mid-January, mid-February? Is that true? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so if you're just joining us for the Facebook Live, this is Ted Sullivan. He created Evergreen Elf. This is a product that is supposed to warn you when the water in your Christmas tree is getting low. How often would you normally have crawled underneath that tree?
Me?
Yeah.
My wife would nag me. I wouldn't do it. That's the reason she nagged me. But you need to check your tree at least 2 or 3 times a day.
2 or 3 times a day?
Yes, ma'am. This tree here, about 6 foot, this tree will probably drink upwards of a gallon a day.
Okay. I am not crawling underneath my tree and checking it 2 to 3 times a day. So hence the Evergreen Elf. We test products all the time in 2 wants to know to see if they actually work. We've had this for about 2 weeks. We heard it go off and say, water is low, water is low. So the way that you get the Evergreen Elf is by going online, which is theevergreenelf.com.
Yes, ma'am. It's available on Amazon as well.
Okay. It's $23.
Yes, ma'am.
And right now, if you go to the Evergreen Elf, actually, if you go to the WFMY News 2 site, I've already posted the web story about the Evergreen Elf and how it did pass the 2 test. There is a promo code on there as well, so you can get 15% off. So if you're just joining us, the Evergreen Elf is supposed to tell you when you should water your Christmas tree. He's down there on the Christmas tree stand, and it really fits any Christmas tree stand.
Any Christmas tree stand on the market.
I mean, this is like one of those things where you can't have operator error, right? Like I did it myself, so you just take it out of the package.
It's almost idiot-proof, if you allow me to say that.
It's almost idiot-proof. Okay, and then you just stick them down on there, and it will tell you whether or not you have water in your tree or not. Do we have any questions or anything like that we need to talk about?
We do not have any questions yet, but I was wondering, who came up with the elf?
We put it on 2 screens on a computer, had a Santa Claus on one side, an elf on the other, and we merged the 2, and that's what we came up with, the Evergreen Elf.
And so was there a discussion about how it should be an elf and not Santa Claus that tells you to water your...
Well, you know, you get 5 people, and they all want to give you your opinions.
Uh-huh.
So I had to go with my gut.
The elf won out.
The elf went out.
All right, so are you going to be making any other kinds of products or inventions?
We've got some things in the pipeline for 2018.
Okay, so what I heard was you were at a trade show not too long ago with this, and people were wondering if it emitted scent.
Yes, ma'am.
The pine scent.
Yes, ma'am.
It does not emit pine scent.
It does not.
It keeps the pine scent in your house for a real tree. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Okay.
If you keep your tree hydrated, you'll be able to enjoy the scent all season long.
Right. And so the thing is, I love that it says keeps your Christmas tree fresh longer. Okay, that's one of the things. But reduces the risk of Christmas tree fires, because that is a real thing.
It's a very real thing. $17 million in property damage occurs every year. Not this year and none next year. Every year, on average, $17 million in property damage occurs because somebody failed to maintain their tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you are just joining us, we did a 2 test. We bought a Christmas tree. We filled our Christmas tree stand with water, and we put the Evergreen Elf down there, and it was supposed to tell you when it was out of water. And I thought for sure I would hear the thing, and it would happen on a time when I was at work. Oh no, happened at 3 o'clock in the morning for the Good Morning Show team. So if you are at home and you hear this, you're going to hear out of water. Out of water, right? Once an hour.
Once an hour.
Now, it's not loud enough that it would wake you up out of bed.
It's not going to disturb you.
But when you wake up in the morning, you'll know.
You'll know.
And if you don't hear it, it actually blinks red. So that way you can actually check it. And it's one of those things where I look down there and it blinks, what, every 8 seconds or so?
Yes, ma'am. It does a systems check every 8 seconds to determine the water levels.
Okay, so you just saw it blink green. Mm-hmm. So if you're just waking up in the morning and you want to check it again, you do not have to crawl underneath the tree, which is like the beauty of this whole thing. And then it blinks green and you go, oh, I'm on my merry way. I'm done with this. All right, so if you've got a product that you would like to test it, you should let me know on the Facebook page. I'm Tanya Rivera on 2, and we'll see you at 5:30.